This sweet guy broke a small bone in his foot and has to wear this splint for about 6 weeks. He's tolerating it okay, but every time he went for a 10-minute walk, his splint wore out. You can see why when you listen to him scuffing his splint as he walks. There's nothing to protect the splint as it scrapes along the street. We were returning to the vet every other day to replace the whole bandage because the tip wore through to his paw. One time a rock snuck in there and was really bothering him. After several attempts with various materials, I made him a comfortable and durable shoe to protect the splint. It was easy and cheap to make, and I'm going to show you how. Here's what you'll need to make the shoe. Newspaper to protect your work surface, an old sock that is smaller than the splint, a human shoe or something about the size and shape of your dog's splint, a little extra paper or small rag, a product called shoe goo that you can get at any hardware store for $5, a plastic knife or piece of cardboard, or your gloved finger to spread the shoe goo. You do not want to get shoe goo on your skin. And, not shown here, Vaseline. For future cap removal, apply a thin coat of petroleum jelly to the threads of the tube before puncturing the neck of the tube. Stretch the end of the sock over the shoe. The shoe goo won't penetrate the sock and ruin your shoe, but if you want, you can put a plastic bag over the shoe first. Then round out the sole side by stuffing a bit of paper towel or cloth into the sock on that side. Apply shoe goo all over the tip and a little up the side of the sock. Do this outside. Shoe goo has a strong toxic fume and should only be used in a well-ventilated area. Using the plastic knife, cardboard, or your gloved finger, spread the shoe goo around to cover the surface of the end of the sock. Let it dry for at least a few hours. You can apply another coat immediately after 3 hours or at a later time if you just clean the surface first. I added a second coat after a few days, but didn't need any more after that. Let the shoe goo dry. Here's the one he's been wearing for over a week. It's holding up perfectly. I leave it on all the time, but I can slip it off when his splint is changed or if it gets wet or needs cleaning. That's it. For $5 and 10 minutes of my time, I have a perfect protection for his splint. You could also make a smaller one if your dog needs a shoe directly on his paw to protect a cut or something. Let me know how this works for you. And if you like it, tell your vet about this YouTube video so they can spread the word.